Welcome to our YouTube channel. Welcome to this Spice Agro Engineering Company. And with you today is Agbato Adibola, Head of Operation Peace Spice Agro Engineering Company. And I'm here to continue the video series we started last week. And I promised in the earlier video that I'll be dropping a video for a particular week. And in that video, I'll be talking on the different types of feed ingredients that we have, how you can identify the good ones in the market. So after the identification process, then I will now talk about the percentage equation on how you can now start to formulate your feeds with the different types of feed ingredients that we have discussed on here. So last week I talked on GNC, and sincerely we've received a lot of emails, a lot of inquiries. A lot of people are still asking, yes, that okay, this is the kind of GNC they bought, this is kind of, so I'm so happy that we are helping the people to recognize good GNC in the market. So because sometimes it's not about you knowing how to formulate feeds, sometimes it's about you knowing how to identify the good ingredients that you need to include in your fish feed. Because see, if you know how to formulate and you don't have the good ingredients, then it's still as bad as not knowing how to even formulate, you understand? So definitely please let us look into this and follow our videos closely, because we'll be giving you hidden secret about all these things, what those marketers do, what they do to sell, how they sell their adulterated products to the market, to unsuspecting farmers, to unsuspecting feed millers. Not everybody that even owns a feed mill knows how to source good ingredients. Some knows it, but because of the greed, they tend to go for the lower quality in feed ingredients and sell to you at a very high price, But in our company, we don't do that. So that's why I'm taking my time to explain all of these things to you gradually. So today, everybody, I'll be talking on blood meal. Blood meal. Yes, blood meal is a very important feed ingredient for fish. Very, very important feed ingredient for fish. It is made from blood, especially blood of cows. Yes, cattle. Most especially, that's where we get our own source from. And if you are buying imported too, sometimes the imported comes from the cattle, goats, and some ruminant animals too. So the one we produce ourselves, we get them from the cattle abattoir. Blood meal has a crude protein of 80 to 88%. The protein present in blood meal is 80 to 88%. So that means if you are using blood meal, you are adding 80 to 88% of good protein to your fish feeds. And it's also very important to know that blood meal is very rich in lysine. Very, very rich in lysine. So if you are formulating a feed that has high amount of plant protein, then it's very, very suitable, and it will be very good for you to supplement such feeds with blood meal. Because most times plant protein source, if you are using like GNC, soya, they are all plant protein source. So if you are using more of this in your formulation, then you should try and include blood meal, because most times plant protein don't have enough lysine in them. So if you are using blood has enough of lysine. Blood meal also has some disadvantages. So I've earlier mentioned the advantages, that one, it's a good source of lysine for your fish feed, and also blood meal helps to increase the crude protein of your feed, because it contains 88% crude protein. So having blood meal in your feed definitely helps to boost up the total crude protein of your feed. And also, one of the advantages of blood meal also is that it's cheap. It's cheap source of animal protein, and animal protein is still the best. So it's a cheap source of animal protein. In all the animal protein, blood meal is still the cheapest, and it still has the highest crude protein. So it's a very good source of protein for your feed. So now let's talk about the disadvantages. The first advantage of blood meal is that blood meal has low palatability. So when we are talking about palatability, we are talking about how well did the fish enjoy blood meal. So now, because blood meal has a bitter taste, the fish don't really enjoy blood meal. You understand? So the palatability of blood meal is low because it has a bitter taste. And also let us talk about the total digestible nutrients. In all the 88% crude protein, do you know that just 15% is what the fish makes use of? You understand? And also, let me tell you one thing about blood meal also. It has a very low profile amino acid. That is, the protein structure of blood meal is very, very poor. It lacks some very important amino acid like the isoleucine. It lacks it so much that it's not really advisable to even use blood meal at some point. But after this video, I will tell you why and the calculated amounts that you can use for a particular kg of feed you want to produce. So now, speaking on the disadvantages of blood meal, do you also know that blood meal, when you are using it in excess, it change the coloration of your feed? So most times, if you see some feed that are very dark, just know that this person has used a lot of blood meal and bad GSE. So because normally your feed shouldn't be very dark, it should be brown. You understand? Brown, not dark, not black. Like brown to very light brown. So once you are having a very dark feed, then you should know that if you used excess blood meal and very bad GSE or you bad seed, you are coming to that seed. Blood meal also contains some kind of anti-nutrients. This is it. Let me explain one thing that we don't really understand about blood meal. Do you know that blood meal is made from blood, animal slaughtered blood, especially cattle? So if it's not processed immediately, if it's been left for a period of time before processing, then such blood meal is contaminated or will have been contaminated, because blood spoils immediately if it's not properly processed or properly conditioned. It starts spoiling immediately. So if you are using a blood meal that is not processed immediately, then you should be sure that you are introducing some aflatoxins, some toxins into your fish. That's why you notice that people say, my fish started dying when I introduced blood meal into their feed. It could have been that the blood meal was not well processed. It has now introduced aflatoxins, some toxins into your fish, and your fish are dying. Do you understand? So we have different methods of processing blood meal. We have the sun drying method. We have the flash drying method. We have the oven dry method. Some people even use the drum method. Do you understand? So the one that is very common in Nigeria is the sun drying method. So immediately you get the blood, there's a particular ingredient you add into it before you start drying. So those ingredients makes it to coagulate. That's why the kind of blood meal we produce are blood meals that have been coagulated. You don't have our blood meal in powder. No, our blood meal comes in chalk-like structure. Not chalk-like, I mean charcoal-like structure. How rigid the charcoal is, that's the way our blood meal comes out, because it has been coagulated before we started drying it. So after drying, we'll now grind it into a powder form. So now let me tell you some hidden secrets that you don't know about these things. If you are buying grinded blood meal already, then I cannot categorically tell you are buying a good blood meal. Because most times, if you are buying grinded blood meal, what some of these feed millers does, some of these dubious people do is that they had burnt tires. If you notice, go and check remnants of burnt tires and check the grinded blood meal you are buying. Sometimes you hardly see difference in them, and some will even use the burnt tires to upgrade. Maybe they have 50 kg, they will now go and buy burnt tires. They find burnt tires of about 10 kg, 100 kg, now add to the 50 kg of the original blood meal and they adulterate it. So that's why I don't really advise our clients, if you are buying from machines from us, if you are sourcing us, or if we are consulting for you, I will not advise you to get grinded blood meal if it's not imported. If it's not imported, then I will not advise you to get grinded Nigerian blood meal, because most times it has been adulterated. So in this video, I will show you different types of blood meal that we have. We have the imported blood meal. This imported blood meal comes in a red-like structure. So we have three types of blood meal. Yes, so we have the imported blood meal. The imported blood meal comes in a very not too red kind of substance. I'm putting up a video for that. You see, I'm putting up a picture for that. You will see that. So it's like a red, very red, not dark as the one we buy in Nigeria. It's not dark because most times they don't use our burning method that we use here in Nigeria, or the oven method, or the sun drying method. Most time they use sophisticated means of drying their blood meal, and you still maintain that reddish coloration of blood. But in our own local blood meal, we have local blood meal, and in that local blood meal we have two types. We have the coagulated ones and we have the grinded ones. We have the coagulated ones, I will show you a picture of that, and we have the grinded ones. The grinded ones looks very black, very black. So if you are buying the grinded ones, my brother, I cannot categorically tell you that you are buying an original blood meal. I cannot, you understand? I cannot. Even if it's original, how well are you sure that it has not been contaminated before processing? You know, all these things are things that we should pay cognate attention to, because it's not about just formulating, it's about giving your fish the right thing to eat, so that your fish can give you the desired weight in lesser amount. You understand? And maybe one of these days I'll show you our farms and I'll show you some of our fishes in some months. You know, I will do that very soon. You know, and also we have the coagulated ones. That's what we produce. All our blood meal are produced by us. We don't buy it from anybody. We buy all our we produce all our blood meal, and we use the sun drying method, which is not the sun drying method is not the 100% the best, but in Nigeria you know how things are done. But at least I can assure you that our blood meals, we can vouch for it 80%. You understand? Because we make sure that it has not been contaminated before we started the process. And also we coagulate it. So when you are buying our blood milk, it comes in a charcoal-like structure. Yes, in a charcoal-like structure. So you now have to grind it into powder before use. Okay, I've been able to explain some things about blood milk to you. So if you have questions, you can put them down here. If you have any question, let me know. And also let me quickly tell you, if you are buying any blood milk that is not up to 10 to 12% moisture content, it's sure that blood meal has been contaminated. If the blood meal you are buying is around 18% moisture content, you are still feeling a little bit a very soft part of the blood meal, then my brother, be very sure that you are buying a contaminated blood meal, because there's no way blood meal can stay long with that moisture content and not go bad. So let's look into that. Let's see how we can help each other. You know, our own joy is fish farmers should buy our product and see results in their fish. So that is why I'm putting this video out to explain some hidden truths that people don't really tell their clients. So that's why I'm putting this video out. Please let us look into what we buy, what we give to our fishes. Not just garbage in, garbage out, and start to say, this business is not profitable. It's a lie. Fish business is very, very profitable. Yes, I can say it categorically, you know, and especially for people that are into processing, they are cashing in big time. I can tell you this, we've seen a lot, and I can categorically tell you this. So one of those mistakes that people make is not the fish size. Sometimes they get their fish seed, that is fingerless juvenile, they get it right. Water management, they get it right. Everything, they get it right. It's just this ingredient. When they change to the local made feeds, that's when they are getting it strong. That's when they start getting it strong, because sometimes you've gotten it right from the onset. A normal pond preparation, normal fish size, everything has been very, very accurate. But when you get to switching from imported to local, that's when some people start getting it wrong. And why? Is because you don't know some things. So please follow our videos. I'll be dropping more videos next week, and in that video to be talking about another feed ingredient. And also, now let me tell you, if you are using imported blood meal, I can still give you an assurance that you can still use about it. So like I was saying, that if you are using imported feeds, the inclusion rate, that is the amount of feeds, the kg of blood meal that you can include in your feed, should be around 10%. Which, what I'm saying is that if you are formulating 100 kg of feed, if you are using imported blood meal, you can still use 10 kg of blood meal in your 100 kg feed. But if you are using locally made blood meal, then 5 to 6% is good. That's the best. Anything above that, then you are disturbing depleting nature. Actually, it's not the best. So thank you so much.